Hola, ¿qué tal amigos? Buenos días, buenas tardes y buenas noches. No importa la hora que sea, siempre es un gran momento para aprender español con Profesor Pablo. Okay, we have another request from one of our learners, and it is talk about expressing emotion. What are the different ways of expressing emotion? The learner was concerned that there are different ways to say the same thing. Is there a right way to say one versus the other? And to be frank, basically, they're all good. Personal preference, there's no rhyme nor reason a lot of the times. Person A may say it one way, person B a second way, and person C would say it a third and different way. They're all correct, they're all fine. It depends on a lot of the times what you grew up with, hearing, what was emphasized to you, or what you feel more comfortable with. And sometimes you'll use version A one day, and then another day you use version B or version C. So that's the beauty of the Spanish language. We have a lot of ways to express our feelings. Okay, let's take a look here. Our first cluster, and boy, we love our clusters. We're cluster busters. We have the verb dar, to give. A very common way to express emotion in Spanish is to say that something gives you or something gave you. And these are all nouns. So something gives you a noun or gave you a noun. It means, like, for example, me da tristeza, it makes me sad. Literally, it gives me sadness. But when we translate to English, it is, it makes me sad. If I want to say it makes us sad, nos da tristeza. It makes my mom sad. A mi mamá le da tristeza. If I wanted to say it made, past tense, the girls sad would be a las chicas les dio tristeza. Alegría, it makes me happy. Me da alegría. It gives us happiness. Nos da alegría. Rabia means really, really rabidly mad, just really irate. Me da rabia. It's kind of like saying it blanks me off. Me da rabia. It really makes me mad. Me dio rabia. It really made me mad. Emoción. Me da emoción. It makes me emotional. Me da emoción. Or emoción could also be excitement. Me da emoción. It gives me excitement. It makes me excited. Me da emoción. In a positive way. Felicidad. It made us happy. Nos dio felicidad. It makes me happy, present tense. Me da felicidad. Vergüenza is embarrassment. It embarrasses me. Me da vergüenza. It embarrasses you. Te da vergüenza. It embarrasses mom. A mamá le da vergüenza. It embarrasses all of us. A todos nos da vergüenza. Miedo. It scared her. Miedo is fear. It gave her fear. It scared her would be le dio miedo. It scared me. Me dio miedo. It scared us. Nos dio miedo. If you want to say a haunted house always scares me, una casa de espanto siempre me da miedo. Sorpresa, it surprised me. Me dio sorpresa. It surprises us. Nos da sorpresa. Ñañaras. Those are two tildes there, squigglies over the end. Ñañaras is, it gives me the creeps. It gives me the heebie-jeebies. Me da ñañaras. There's an accent mark there. Me da ñañaras. It gave us the creeps. Nos dio ñañaras. Okay? It gives him the creeps. Le da ñañaras. It's a great word. Pena means grief or sorrow or to feel sorry. So it makes me feel bad. Me da pena. Same thing. Me da lástima, me da pena. Basically, they're the same thing. Me da pena, me da lástima. It made us feel bad. Nos dio lástima or nos dio pena. Gusto, it gives me great pleasure. Me da mucho gusto. Gusto. It gave us pleasure. Nos dio gusto. Asco is a good one. It grosses you out. If you want to say it grosses me out, it sickens me out, it grosses me out. Me da asco. You could say that about a person. Like you can't stand someone, right? Me da asco. I can't stand that person. Me da asco. But just not relating to a person, like it makes me sick. When you hear about bad things that happen in the news, you say, wow, me da asco. Okay? It really bothers her. It grosses her out. Le da asco. It grosses me out. Me da asco. Ansiedad is anxiety. It makes me anxious. It gives me anxiety. Me da ansiedad. It gave her anxiety. It made her anxious. Le dio ansiedad. Energía. It gives me energy. It gives me so much energy. I'm ready to step in the ring again with George Foreman, Joe Frazier. It doesn't make any difference. I'm ready. I'm still training. I'm getting in great shape. This is Muhammad Ali talking. The greatest heavyweight champion of all time. It gives me energy. I'm ready. Me da energía. It gives me energy. It energizes us. Nos da energía. It gave me energy. Me dio energía. I like that. Esperanza is hope, right? It gives us hope. Nos da esperanza. It gave me hope. Me dio esperanza. Lágrimas, tears. In other words, makes you cry. Me da lágrimas, literally, it gives me tears, but what you're saying is, it makes me cry. Me da lágrimas. It made us cry. Nos dio lágrimas. Fuerza, strength. Las espinacas a Popeye le dan fuerza. It gives me strength. Me da fuerza. It gave us strength. Nos dio fuerza. It gave them strength. Les dio fuerza. So there you go. In this cluster, we're talking about nouns with the verb dar, right? You can also use sentir and tener. Now remember, there's sentir to feel. Sentir is followed by a noun. We're going to find out over here, sentirse is followed by an adjective. So sentir in the present tense, like I feel hope, siento fuerza, esperanza. I feel repulsion, siento asco. I feel anxiety, siento ansiedad. I feel strength, siento fuerza. I feel happiness, siento alegría, siento felicidad. We feel embarrassment, sentimos vergüenza. Now tener, to have, you could use the verb tener with all these nouns as well, like we use da and dio. Like, I have anxiety, tengo ansiedad. I have pity, tengo lástima. Like, I feel bad for him would be le tengo lástima. Okay? You want to say they have pity for me, me tienen lástima. We have pity for them, les tenemos lástima. So tener can go pretty much with all of these. Like, we have happiness, tenemos felicidad. We're afraid, tenemos miedo. We are embarrassed, tenemos vergüenza. We've got the creeps. Tenemos ñañaras, ñañaras. Okay, cluster 1, it's in the books. Here are just some reflexive verbs that you can use to express emotion. Asustarse. Yes, you can say, it scares me, me da miedo. Or you could say, in the present tense, reflexive, me asusto, it's I get scared, I get scared. Me da miedo, it gives me fear, it scares me. Or you could say, use this non-reflexively, but put a me in front and just make it me asusta, it scares me. But if you want to use these reflexively, I get mad, me enojo. I got mad, me enojé. We get mad, nos enojamos. Alegrarse, she gets happy, se alegra cuando está con su perro. She gets happy when she's with her dog. Me alegro cuando veo a mis amigos. I get happy when I see my friends. These are, when you use it reflexively, you're saying to get. Frustrarse, I get frustrated. Me frustro cuando hago las tareas, when I do the homework. Me frustro. Sorprenderse. They get surprised. Se sorprenden. I got surprised. Me sorprendí. I calm down when I hear the birds sing. Me calmo cuando oigo a los pájaros cantar. Preocuparse. No me preocupo. I don't get worried. Me preocupo mucho. I get worried a lot. Avergonzarse. Me avergoncé. I got embarrassed. Enfadarse. I got annoyed. Me enfadé. Emocionarse. I got excited. Me emocioné. So when you use these verbs reflexively, you're saying that you either get or you got whatever the emotion is. Now, if you use them non-reflexively, you could just take enojar and put a me in front and say, they anger me, they make me mad, me enojan. If you want to say like, they surprise me, me sorprenden. If you want to say, they worry me, me preocupan. So there are different ways of using it, either reflexively to say that you get or you got plus the emotion, or get rid of the reflexive pronoun and just use a normal pronoun in front and say that so-and-so does something to you. They do that emotion to you. It causes that emotion to you. Example again, they surprise me, me sorprenden. They scare me, me asustan. They cheer me up, me alegran. All right, let's go to our last cluster. We studied already at length ponerse plus adjective, meaning, again, to get plus adjective. So if you say me pongo triste, is I get sad. If you want to say I get mad, me pongo enojado. Of course, a girl, me pongo enojada. You could say me enojo, I get mad, or me pongo enojado. It's the same thing. It's just a choice. When you go into a restaurant, there's all sorts of choices to be made, right? Just like language. Feliz, they get happy. Se ponen, we got to go plural, change the Z to C. Se ponen felices, they get happy. Se ponen felices cuando están con sus perros. They get happy when they're with their dogs. Avergonzado, she gets embarrassed. Se pone avergonzada, right? Se pone avergonzada. So that's just another way of saying the same thing with ponerse. Here we have it reflexively, and here we have it with the verb dar or dio, sentir or tener. All this is emotion, and you can reflect that you're feeling that emotion or somebody gives you that emotion. That's all we're saying in this lesson, different ways of doing it. Now sentirse, remember sentir is used with nouns, sentirse is used with adjectives. So if you want to say I feel sad, it'd be me siento triste. I feel happy, me siento feliz. I feel embarrassed, me siento avergonzado. Let's take these and make some adjectives with them. I feel excited, me siento emocionado. I feel annoyed, me siento enfadado. I feel embarrassed, me siento avergonzado. I feel worried, me siento preocupado. I feel chilled out, me siento calmado. I feel surprised, me siento sorprendido. I feel frustrated, me siento frustrado. I feel happy, I feel cheered up, me siento alegre. I feel upset, me siento enojado. And I feel scared, me siento asustado. So again, we're just weaving emotions through all these different grammatical ways of expressing them. And here's a cool one. The learner who requested this lesson, she said, what about something like me quedé sorprendido, or being a female, me quedé sorprendida. Well, quedarse plus adjective means like to end up like I ended up surprised. Me quedé sorprendida, right? You could take reflexively and say me sorprendí. You could say me quedé sorprendida. You could say me dio sorpresa, it surprised me. There's a lot of ways of saying that the element of surprise happened to you. I like this word here. This is one way of saying stunned, pasmado or aturdido. You could say we ended up stunned, like we were stunned with the news. Make this nos, put this in the preterite, which is the same as the present, quedamos, nos quedamos pasmados with an S, or nos quedamos aturdidos. So to summarize, this is all talking about emotion, and there are many different ways of expressing the same emotion. You can use it with the verb dar. You can use it with sentir or tener with nouns. You can go straight with the reflexive verb. You can use the reflexive verb non-reflexively and say that that emotion happens to you or to whomever. And then you can take ponerse plus an adjective to say that you get plus emotion or you got plus emotion. And you could use sentirse with adjectives to say how you feel, followed by emotion. And then like at the end of it all, nos quedamos sorprendidos. We ended up surprised, like, wow, nos quedamos sorprendidos at the end of the whole thing. So there you go. Expressing emotion, lots of different ways, and they're all good. And each different way, imagine it's a muscle in your body. And so each different one, you're exercising different muscles. So put all of this in the language learning laboratory, the language learning module, which we all have up here. You've already input a lot of this information here and there, and now it reappears again, and perhaps we get a deeper understanding. Okay? Hopefully this helps you along on how to express emotion. Okay, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you guys supporting the channel. Please subscribe, please like, and go check out profesorpablo.com, 1S, profesorpablo.com. Okay, happy days to everyone. Be good, be safe, have fun, and we'll see you back soon. Hasta pronto.